Mango Math presents Jumping Around, a fourth grade activity. Jumping around is a fourth grade activity that follows under the math strand of algebraic thinking, and it's an algebraic thinking activity that has students generating a number that follows a given rule and identifying apparent features of the pattern that were not explicit in the rule itself. The supplies that are provided in the pouch along with your information sheet and directions will be a jumping around graph sheet, a dry erase marker and eraser, some game pawns, and a jumping around game board. The students will start with the jumping around graph sheet and the game board laying out in front of them. And this can be done by one person at a time, or it can be done by two different people working on two different columns. Even a third or fourth person can work on a column also if they would like to. But all they need is the pawn to move around the game board and just not get confused with the other students. So to start this activity, a student will select a column. And let's say they start with the first column, which says start with a 3 and jump by 5s. So they're going to put their pawn on the 3 and mark that down. I have it on the 3 on my graph sheet, and I'm now going to jump 5, which means I'm going to move 5 spaces, and I'm going to land on another number, and I move 5 and I land on 8. So I'm going to write 8 down. So now I'm going to move 5 again, and I'm going to land on 13, and I'm going to write that number down. And now we're going to start seeing if we establish any patterns. And what do you think the next number is going to be? And students might be able to add this in their heads quickly and come it up, or they might have to use the graph, the game board. So in this case, they think about it, and I'm going to land on the 18, and I'm going to place that down. So do I start to see any patterns? What are my predictions for the next number that I'm going to land on? And after that, so see if you can't figure out a pattern on it, and then write that pattern down on the last square in the box. Once they've gone through the ones that are provided, have the kids come up with their own patterns. Start on a specific number, jump a certain amount, and see what happens. If they, this chart only goes to 77, they can definitely get a hundreds chart and do it on there as well. Some guided questions to promote critical thinking is: what patterns did you see? Is there a pattern only in the ones place, or is there a pattern in the tens place as well? Do they notice anything with the numbers? And would the pattern change or stay the same once you got into the hundreds place? How would it change? So getting a number chart that goes past 100 and getting 100 to 200 would help this activity. And would the recorded number look differently if both the start and jump numbers were even, and why? So lots of things to think about, and they will enjoy jumping around.